Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm really excited to talk about my experience using the X100VI on my 2-week trip to Japan. I decided, you know what, this is probably a really good opportunity to bring the X100VI with me to Japan for 2 weeks. The X100VI is so small and compact, and not to mention it's so light, you can easily fit that little compact camera into your jacket pocket or even jeans or pants or whatever you wear, and it just fits. To quickly recap on the specs of the X100VI, it is a small, light, mirrorless crop sensor camera that comes with a fixed 23mm at f2, and the new addition with this generation that it comes with IBIS, something that was lacking in the previous generation. So it does make a difference if you're shooting in low light and just slow down the shutter, and yeah, you get super steady image. Honestly, it was great that I was able to carry one small camera for the majority of my trip. Quick and easy point and shoot camera. You can bring that everywhere with you. You can be discreet and no one's gonna notice, versus bringing like a full frame camera with those big zoom lens. With the X100VI, I stuck to using Fujifilm recipes. You could easily grab from the Fuji X Weekly website. There's so many recipes you're gonna pick from. The ones that I've mainly stuck to was Portra 400 and 160, and I believe Kodak Royal Gold, I think that's the name. And I know that you could easily do that on the other Fujifilm mirrorless cameras like the X-T-4, X-T-5, XH2, XH2S, the GFX, but just the combination of using recipes and a small point and shoot camera like the X100VI is a really good experience. Another thing with the X100VI is that you can now shoot in F1.2, which is pretty good because you gain one extra stop with dynamic range. On top of that, you can now video record in 6.2K at 30 frames per second, 4K at 60, 30, and 24, and also you can't forget 4K HQ 30. With 4K HQ is just like a down sampling from 6.2K, but unfortunately though, specifically with the X100VI, shooting at 6.2K and 4K HQ and 4K 60, you do have a bit of a crop. On top of that, it comes with a built-in ND filter that covers up to 4 stops, which is pretty amazing because it is really annoying to bring a bunch of ND filters. Even more so, you include some of the accessories you need, like example the adapter ring to be able to make it fully weather sealed, because everything but the lens itself is not weather sealed without the adapter. So you would need the adapter to be able to make it fully weather sealed. And I don't know, I feel like that's such a weird thing. Like, couldn't they just make the fixed lens weather sealed, out of the box? In my opinion, they should have made it weather sealed off the bat, especially when they're asking us to pay a lot for this guy. Now, so just to quickly compare the size between the X100 Series 6 and the XT-4. You'll see here it's you know, it is definitely smaller than XT4. I could be wrong. I think the XT5 could be a little smaller than XT4. Definitely this is lighter, smaller, and you know, the only difference between this is that this is fixed. This is not a fixed mirrorless camera. So you do have the choice to, you know, change between focal lengths if you choose to, and that's something that I like, that flexibility to be able to change my focal lengths when I'm on the go. And then I know that the X100 series does come with teleconverter and wide converter lens adapter you can attach to the camera, and I mean that's just an extra cost on top if you want, you know, a wider focal length and a tighter focal length. I believe the teleconverter converts this into a 50mm focal length, but it keeps the f-stop at 2, and with the wider one I think it comes out to 28mm, so I think that's about, I can't do my math right now, 6mm wider than the standard 35 that comes with this. And I don't know, it's hard to justify that. If you really, you know, need like a travel camera and you're not on a tight budget and you're, you know, completely new to the Fuji system, you don't own any of like the X mount lens and whatnot, but yeah, I can't argue against not getting the camera if you fall in that category. But if on the other side though, if you're like me, like I've owned an XT4, XT5, XH2, I have all basically like 3 or 4 lenses that's for the X mount, and that's not even including like the third-party ones, then it's kind of hard for me to justify buying this here, right? When I have, you know, the XT5 is perfect, or the XS20, and even though I say that, they're also cheaper than this guy here. It's still a good camera regardless of the price. I don't know. I think it's a different opinion on that, different needs. So I guess it's whatever works for you. But I did have a great time taking this around with me in Japan, but overall though, I think I will end up selling this and, you know, stick to my current setup I have for travel. But yeah, and this is me coming from like carrying a GFX 50S Mark II on my first trip, and I had 0 issues with the weight and the bulkiness of it in exchange for the crazy image quality that came from that medium format sensor. Oh, I just love everything about that. But anyways guys, thank you so much for checking out my video, and yeah, if you like my video, hit the like button. If you have any questions about this here, yeah, just feel free to leave a comment, and if you like my content, hit the subscribe button. Thanks guys, cheers.